Aquarius, what is up, y'all? How y'all doing? What's good? What it do? Time for your weekly check-in. We gonna see what's going on with you guys in the end of September, last week and a half. So it's a weekly check-in, so it's just a short, quick, general, energetic overview. Any of you need a personal reading, you can always go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. There is a link in the description of the video. And for those of you who missed the memo, the weekly live readings this week are moved to tomorrow. So tomorrow, Sunday, September 21st at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we're going to be going live and reading your personal readings right here on this channel. $22.22. You can pre-order on my website. The ones that come in first get read first. You can pre-order anytime. You can read up more about that on my website. The link is in the description. All right, let's jump into this. Let's see how the energy's looking. What can we tell Aquarius for the end of September, universe? What can we tell the Aquarius collective? Oh, Five of Cups. Disappointment. Some of y'all could be dealing with a water sign, possibly. Let's get 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Death reverse, though. So there's a lot of disappointment here. Tower reversed. Page of Cups reversed. Man, dude. I would almost say that a reconciliation attempt is happening with the Death card and the Tower card, both reversed. But all of the action cards are in the reverse as well. Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So maybe, and the Knight of Wands. All cards involving action are in the reverse. So it's kind of feeling like this person was really banking on the hope that you were wanting to reconcile and would at some point fold under pressure and come forward and attempt reconciliation. And I think they're really starting to have a serious conversation with themselves at this point. Like, damn, dog, maybe that's just honestly never going to fucking happen. They were kind of holding on to that hope and like thinking that anytime now they're going to pick up the phone and see you wrote them. And now, I don't know how much time has passed. That's going to be different for all of you. But now I think reality is starting to hit them. They're realizing that ain't never going to fucking happen. And I think just the reality crashing down on them is starting to hurt, because I think they were hopeful for that, you know? Could be a Pisces for some of you. I also have Aries. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right, well, let's see their true intentions. The question is, why? Why were they holding on to hope for reconciliation? So that y'all can get back together? Why? I have a funny feeling that that's not what it is. That may sound like a stupid question, but let me just see, though. I have a sneaking suspicion that that's not the case. 4 of Pentacles reversed. 7 of Wands. Yeah, see? So, like I said, while they were hoping and waiting and anticipating you coming forward. They weren't waiting with open arms. They were waiting with their guard up. Yeah, see, Tower again, man. Yeah, see, I knew it. I fucking knew it. And the death card, see? It wasn't, they weren't hoping to get back with you. This is going to sound so stupid. It almost gives me secondhand embarrassment saying it. Because this person is so pathetic. But they were hoping for the chance to be able to turn you down so they could make you feel how they feel. They feel somehow, some way rejected by you. I don't know who walked away or how things ended, but they feel like you hurt them and you're the one on top. Don't ask me how. I would need to hear the details of your situation to be able to explain that. And they want to flip that around and make you feel the way they feel. They want to basically be able to make you feel rejected the way they feel rejected. That makes sense? Fucking stupid. Like I said, it gives me secondhand embarrassment just saying that. Devil card, they have no interest. No, okay. Yeah, so those intentions aren't solid at all. It's a game. It's a game. They want to play a fucking game, dude. They want to play a fucking game. Let's get some advice. Ooh, Fool card. Hang on. Six of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, Tower card again. Okay. Ooh, when this comes through like this. All right, let me figure out how I'm going to word this. First of all, if you're really wanting communication anytime soon, it's going to have to be you that does it. Here's the thing, though. I think for some of you, and this isn't going to be all of you, for some of you, that might be beneficial. It very well may be. Matter of fact, I had to tell this same thing to a client recently who has been coming back to me over and over and over about the same person, the same situation, dealing with a fucking malignant goddamn narcissist that they just can't let go of. And I keep telling them the same thing over and over, the same thing over and over. Finally, they came back to me this last time and they said, should I reach out? And I said, yeah, you probably should. Probably should. You shouldn't walk away from anyone just because I told you to. That ain't going to help you. There reaches a certain point where sometimes you need to repeat the cycle. You need to. Most things in life can only be learned through experience. You have to be shown sometimes 10 fucking times before it clicks, you know? Now, I know that's not all of you, but for some reason, that's coming through very heavily here. And the advice is showing a repeat cycle. Some of you, and again, that may only be a small handful of you, but some of you may need to repeat that cycle until you learn. Fuck this shit. I ain't never playing that game ever again. You got to get to that point where you are at the end of your rope, where Jesus himself could descend down from heaven in a ball of light and say, this person's changed. They've forever changed. Nope. 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 Done. I'm done. I'm done. Dun 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 dun. I'm done. You got to get to that point. And when it all comes down to it, if you're not at that point, ain't nothing I can tell you. There's nothing your friends can tell you. There's nothing that your family can tell you. Guess what's going to happen? If you just blindly take my advice for no reason other than the fact that you trust me, you know what's going to happen? You're going to go through the same experience with the next person you meet. That's what's going to happen. Promise you. You're just going to keep recycling the same experience. No matter where you move, you can hop on a plane, fly 1,000 miles away, start rebuilding a new life. I promise you, you're going to meet the exact same demon in a different skin suit, and you're going to repeat the cycle. You'll never be able to run from it. You'll never be able to run from it. You are going to repeat that cycle at some point. So, take that information and do with it what you will. All right, gear shifting time now. Let's see what's coming in for the singles. How's the energy looking for the single aguas? Boom, 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 boom. Uh-oh, 6 of Cups. Okay. Ooh, I see where this is going. Some of y'all got an Aries headed your way. Ooh. Whoa, what? Okay. So this is going to be a doozy. This is going to be a doozy. So you're going to be overwhelmed with a really intense feeling of what I like to call soul recognition. It's basically that feeling where you feel like you've met someone before that you never met, or you feel like you've known someone you just met your whole life. All that is pre-birth memories. That's what that is. There's nothing unusual about it. Honestly, there's nothing fucking special about it. 100% honest, there's nothing special about it. Because you signed a pre-birth contract with every single person that comes into your life. Now, there's several different reasons as to why one person could trigger a stronger pre-birth memory than another person, but it doesn't mean that that connection is more special or better than another one. Now, this one's going to be interesting because you're going to be overwhelmed with a really intense feeling of soul recognition, but you're going to feel something also very, very off at the exact same time. This is going to be, you're going to be going through a little grappling match internally where, you know, because most people they let that shit pull the wool over their eyes. I feel like I've known you my whole life, therefore you must be the one, right? You look so familiar to me, therefore you have to be the one. Now, I'm not saying that when you do meet your actual person that won't be there. Oh, it will. When you meet your actual person, oh, you will absolutely be overwhelmed with a feeling of soul recognition. But the feeling of soul recognition is not intrinsically indicative of your divine life partner. Okay? So, you're going to feel something else going on down in there, though. I feel like I've known you my whole life, but for some fucking reason, I also feel like I can't trust you. And this is a very advanced spiritual test when you go through one of these. Very advanced. That means your fucking level up game is about to blow your fucking world if you pass the test. Okay. All right. So let's see. Some of y'all got an Aries headed your way. Could be a fellow Aquarius for some of you. I also have Leo, Gemini, and Aries again. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's dig their feelings and intentions up a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? 3 shuffles. 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So, I don't want to get too specific, but I'm going to go ahead and spit out the specific message that I see. This looks like a perfect example of when somebody is stuck in a toxic on and off relationship with somebody that they can't let go of. And every time they go off, they go out and bounce around and just play around and, you know, just to fill that void, just waiting until they get back together. And in the meantime, they make all kinds of people fucking fall in love. They break all kinds of fucking hearts, you know, because they just can't sit with themselves. So when we break up, I go off and I find the quickest, fastest, easiest person that I can. And I just latch onto them and they fall in love and they think that we're going to have this amazing relationship. But as soon as my ex hits me up, I'm gone. And then leave that person shattered, not knowing what the fuck's going on. And then the cycle repeats itself again. And I just keep doing that. Every time we go off, I go out and try to find somebody new. And after a certain amount of time passes, I got some people sitting around hurting, wondering where the fuck I'm at. And maybe at some point, my options might dry up. Well, I wonder if one of those people who gave me a chance before will give me another one. And then it just turns into that. You know where it goes from there, right? It's a sick game. But that's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. So let's just jump straight to the advice on this. Let's go straight to the advice. Let's see. Ah, man. There's not honestly a whole lot I can tell you that will make that big of a difference. Because this, like I said, this is a test. or it's either going to be a very, very advanced test or one of the most important lessons you've ever learned. The only thing I can really say for situations like this, and these are hard. I don't know if you've ever found yourself in a situation like this, but they're hard, is that you pay it if something feels off. Do the best you can to listen to that. The best you can. I know it's tough, man. It's tricky. It's tricky when you're mixed with those two feelings. I feel like I've known you my whole fucking life. I feel like, you know, like we're family, or, you know, I recognize you. I don't know where. I've dreamed about you. There's another one I hear a lot in my personal readings. I had a dream about this person 5 years ago, so that must mean it's something special. No, not really. Not really. It's pre-birth memories. You planned your whole fucking life before you got in here. And for whatever reason, something just so happened to trigger a pre-birth memory, you know. That doesn't mean it's special. That doesn't mean it's unique. I guess it can, but it doesn't intrinsically. And then when you have that mixed with something feels very fucking off, something feels off about this. Something feels very, very off about this. At the same time, when you got both those feelings at the same time, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Only thing I can really say is do the best you can to pay attention to that feeling. It's the only thing I can really say. Beyond that, this is the type of situation that if you haven't learned the lesson that it will take for you to make it through this test and pass it, doesn't matter what I fucking tell you. If you have, I don't need to tell you anything. You already know. All right? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aquarius family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. For those of you who missed the memo, the weekly live readings are moved to tomorrow instead of today. Okay? That's just for this weekend. Something came up today. Next weekend, it goes back to Saturday. So tomorrow, Sunday, September 21st at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we're going to be going live and reading your personal readings right here on this channel. $22.22. You can pre-order anytime. The ones that come in first get read first. You can read up more about that on my website, okay? Link is in the description. I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.